Welcome. I am Advocate Bhagyashree Bhosle. In today's lecture, we shall see the various convention treaties at an international level for the protection of a human right. Among them, first of all, we shall see the American Convention on Human Rights. The American Convention on Human Rights is a multilateral treaty that establishes the democratic institution regarding the fundamental human right for the countries in the Western Hemisphere. The treaty entered into force on July 18, 1978. Membership of this American Convention on the Human Right is open to all member states of the Organization of American States. The goal of American Convention is to establish the international regulation outlining the roles of a state in the protection of the human right. As per its preamble, the main purpose and objective of the convention is to consolidate within the framework of the democratic institution a system of a personal liberty and social justice based on respect for the essential right of the man. Some of its important provisions may be summarized as under. State obligations and right protected under this convention. First of all, civil and political right. The American Convention and Convention on a Human Right state that right to life. Every person has the right to have his life respected. This right shall be protected by law and in general from the moment of a conception. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his life. In no case shall capital punishment be inflicted for the political offences or related to the common crime. Every person has right to have his physical, mental and moral integrity respected. No one shall be subject to torture or to cruel, inhuman or a degrading punishment or the treatment. Then in freedom from the salary, there are a certain provision. No one shall be subject to slavery or to involuntary servitude. No one shall be required to perform forced or a compulsory labor. Then in the list of a right to personal liberty, there are a certain important rights stated as follows. Every person has the right to personal liberty and security, freedom of conscience and religion. Everyone has a right to freedom of a conscience and religion. Everyone has a right to freedom of a thought and expression. Right to assembly. The right of a peaceful assembly without arms is recognized under this convention. Freedom of association. Everyone has right to form an association freely for the ideological, religious, political, economical, social, cultural, sports or other purpose. Every person has right to the use and enjoyment of his property. No one shall be deprived of his property except upon the payment of a just compensation. Other form of exploitation man by man shall be prohibited by law. Right to equal protection as per the American Convention on a Human Right. All persons are equal before law and all the protection of a equal protection of a law. This is one of the important convention regarding the protection of a human right in America. Then second important convention at an international level to protect the human right are European Convention on a Human Right. European Convention on a Human Right is full convention for the protection of human rights and fundamental freedoms. Convention adopted by the Council of Europe in the 1950 to guard the fundamental freedom and human rights in the Europe. Together with its 11 additional protocols, the convention, which entered into force on September 3, 1953, represent the most advanced and successful international experiment in the field to this day. We shall see the summary of the preamble of the European Convention on human right. The member government of the Council of Europe work toward the peace and greater unity based on the human right and fundamental freedom. With this convention, they decided to take the first step to enforce many of the rights contained in the Universal Declaration of a Human Right. There are a certain provision articles stated in a European Convention for the protection of a human right. First article, obligation to respect the human right. State must ensure that everyone has a right stated in this convention. Article 2 state that right to life. Every person have a right to life. Article 3 state that the prohibition of torture. No person, no one ever has the right to hurt any person or torture any person. Even in a detention, human dignity has to be respected. Prohibition of slavery and forced labor. It is prohibited to treat any human being as a slave or to impose him forced labor. Article 5 states that right to liberty and security. Every human being have the right to liberty. If human beings are arrested, they have the right to know why they are arrested. If they are arrested, they have the right to stand trial soon or to be released until the trial takes up. Article 6 states that right to a fair trial. If any person is being arrested, he have a right to fair trial before an unbiased and independent judge. If any person accused of having committed a crime, he is innocent until proved the guilty. Article 7 states that no punishment without the law. No person can be held guilty of a crime if there was no law against it when he did that particular act. Article 8 states that right to respect for the private and family life. Every person have a right to respect private and family life, home and correspondence. Article 9 states that freedom of a thought and conscience and a religion. Every person, every human being have right of a thought and expression, conscience and have a right to religion. Then second, again important freedom stated in a European Convention is a freedom of expression. Every person have a right to responsibly say and write what he think and to give and receive the information from others. Article 11 states that freedom of assembly and association. Every person have a right to peaceful assembly meetings and to set up or join association including the trade union. Then Article 12 states that right to marry. Article 13 states that right to effective remedy. If the rights stated in a Universal Declaration of a Human Right or a European Convention for the Protection of a Human Right are violated, every human being can complain about this officially to the courts or other public bodies regarding this violation. Then Article 14 states that the prohibition on a discrimination. Every person, every human being have this right regardless of his skin, color, sex, language, political or a religious belief or a origins. Article 15 states that derogation in a time of a emergency. In a time of a war or other public emergency, a government may do things which go against particular human rights of any human being, but only when strictly necessary. Even then the government are not allowed, for example, to torture any human being or to kill any human person arbitrarily. Article 16 states that the restriction on a political activity of an alliance. Article 17 states that the state regarding the prohibition on an abuse of a result. Nothing in this convention can be used to damage the right and freedom in this convention. In this way, the European Convention make the various provision to protect the human right, which are basically stated in a Universal Declaration of a Human Right. Then again, one of important international document or international convention regarding the protection of a human right is a European Social Charter. The European Social Charter is a Council of Europe treaty which was opened for the signature on October 18, 1961 and initially become the effective on February 26, 1965. After West Germany had become the fifth of the 13 signing nation to ratify it. The European Social Charter of 1961 guarantees the several social and economic rights. It does not have the specific provision on a equal treatment or a non-discrimination. However, the preamble says the enjoyment of a social right should be secured without the discrimination on the ground of a race, sex, color, religion, political opinion, national extraction, or the social origin. Article 4 of this convention of this charter guarantees the principle of a equal pay for a equal work equal pay for equal work of a equal value as between men and women. Article 8 guarantees the protection of a right of a employed women. Under Article 15 of this charter, disable the people who have a right to vacating the training, rehabilitation and social resettlement. Part 1 of this charter contain a list of 19 social and economic rights as for instance, everyone shall have the opportunity to earn his living in the occupation freely entered upon. All workers have a right to just condition of a work. Oliver callers have right to safe and healthy working condition. Children and young person have right to special protection against the physical and moral hazard as to which they are exposed. Employed women in case of the maternity and other employed women as appropriate have right to special protection in their work. Everyone has right to appropriate facilities for the vocational guidance. Everyone has the right to benefit from the social welfare services. Migrant workers have right to protection and assistance in the territory of any of the contracting party. The European Special Charter does not envisage any judicial body to implement its provision. The implementation of a system under the charter consists of the biennial report to be filled by each of the contracting party with the Secretary General of the Council of Europe detailing the implementation of the recommendation are made to the concerned state. It is clear that this procedure is practically less effective than one under the European Convention on Human Rights. Then one important organ of the United Nations is the ECOSOC, the Economic and Social Council. The Economic and Social Council or the ECOSOC is one of the 6 principal organ of the United Nations. It is an important topic for the protection of a human right. Its function and role within the United Nations system as follows. On 14 September 2020, India was elected as a member of the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women and ECOSOC body. India will be the member of this commission for 4 years from 2021 to 2025. We shall see the basic provision regarding the ECOSOC. The ECOSOC means the Economic and Social Council is one of the 6 principal organ of the United Nations. It functions the central mechanism for all activity within the United Nations and also it specializes the agencies in the social and environmental and economic domains. It is a main area in the United Nations for the encouraging the debate and innovative thinking, forming the concerns of the future courses of action and coordinating the effort to attain the globally agreed agreed goals. ECOSOC is also responsible for follow up the United Nations summits and conferences. ECOSOC was established as one of the principal organ of the United Nations by the United Nations Charter. ECOSOC is a headquarter at New York. To know more about the then we shall know the more about the role of ECOSOC. ECOSOC plays a important role in the United Nations system. It plays the important role of acting as a link between the diverse body of the agency, conventions and organization within the United Nations. ECOSOC plays a leading role in identifying the emerging challenges, encouraging the innovation and attending a balanced interaction of the three pillars of the sustainable development: economic, social and environment. It acts as a great way for the United Nations partnership and participation by the rest of the world. It is the international meeting point of a government leader, academician, policy makers and parliamentaries and NGOs, etc. The United Nations help ECOSOC help to the United Nations on a sustainable development. The high-level political forum meets once in every year in July to review the agenda of a ECOSOC. The functions of a ECOSOC are as follows: promoting the sustainable development. ECOSOC is unifying the platform for the interaction, action on a sustainable development and follow-up and reviews. Advancing the policy interaction. The interaction segment of a ECOSOC meets once in a year to help the member countries chart ways to achieve the three pillars of the sustainable development: social and economic and environmental development. Coordinating the humanitarian action. Here the focus is on how to tackle the pressing issues of the humanitarian concept. Then ECOSOC is the chief policy instrument of the United Nations General Assembly to define the manner in which the United Nations development system would work to support the countries in the development efforts. ECOSOC engage in enhancing the peace and development mixes and coordinating the support to the countries emerging from the conflict. It also have a youth forum where the voices of a youth and youth lead organization are heard. At present, the ECOSOC has 54 members. They are elected by the UNGA, United Nations General Assembly. India is currently the member and its term expires in December 2020. Each member has one vote and voting is done by a simple majority. In this way, ECOSOC is a very much important organ of the United Nations among the 6 organs of the United Nations to coordinate the various activities of the member state. In this way, in today's lecture, we had seen or discussed about the various international conventions, charter based upon the Universal Declaration of a Human Right for the protection and effective implementation of the human right. Thank you very much.